welcome to Quarantine Cooking with Chris. Today we're going to cook a leg of lamb in Turkish style. This is called Kuzu Tandır. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but let's check it out. Okay, so to get started, we're going to make this marinade. Oops! We need the juice of half a lemon. These things are really cool. You should get one. So, let's go in the bowl. Some olive oil. Put a little bit more. Who measures? They don't measure. They don't know how big our lemons are. Okay. So, a little bit of salt. A little bit of black pepper. Okay. There's our garlic. Recipe does not call for it, but, you know, I've seen versions that do, so I'll put the garlic in anyway. I'll set some of this aside to put, well, you know what, I'm just going to put it in the pan for later. Some of this is going to go in the rub. We're going to whisk that real quick. Should probably do that on camera so everybody can see it. Now, take that. I'm going to rub it and massage it all over this leg of lamb. Okay, I'm going to call that good and massaged. We're going to add our fresh rosemary sprigs. I'm going to take a few bay leaves and add it to the mix. So what's going to happen as this thing cooks, it's going to shed all its juices into the pan. It's going to simmer around and soak up all that stuff into the juice, and then the juice apparently is going to be reabsorbed into the meat. So let's put this thing in the oven. I haven't had good luck with rice dishes in the past, but we're going to try it out and see what happens. First part, we got to grind up an onion. I'm going to chop it into quarters. You know what? Let's go again. Let's chop it into eighths. Okay. It's going to get loud for a minute. Scoop all this good stuff out into a bowl here. There we go. That's what we want. Okay. So we're going to take this hot water. We've got a pan filled with 2 cups of rice. I think I said 2 cups of rice. That was 1 cup of rice. We're going to just cover it with hot water. Set that aside half an hour. It's been in a pot covered with boiling water for half an hour. And then I just spent, a few minutes rinsing it. So we're going to set that aside for right now. Our olive oil and butter. I put that in the pot. Make sure that's melted. Sorry you can't see that. You'll just have to take my word for it for now. I'm going to take these processed onions. I'm going to put them right in that pot. Sort of saute those. This is our spice mixture. This is sugar, cinnamon. It called for allspice. We don't have allspice, so I used some nutmeg and just a tiny bit of Chinese 5-spice to get the clove flavor out of that. I'm sorry if that offends any of our Turkish friends. There's some cranberries that were dehydrated that are rehydrating. The recipe calls for currants, but we're in America. We don't have currants. And then the rest of that's just salt and pepper. Okay, I don't know if you can hear that, but these onions are pretty well cooked. At this point, we're going to quickly drain these currants. Just kidding. Those are cranberries. Putting those in there. We're going to add a little bit of chicken stock. This is about 1.5 cups, 1 3/4 cups. So, as happens sometimes, I believe I made a mistake, but we're going to try to salvage it anyway. So what happened was I added the stock too soon. So, poured out that stock mixture. I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. And this is what I should have done. I'm going to take this rice and sort of roast it, saute it in the pan here for a minute. The translation in the recipe says, until shiny. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Alright, it's looking pretty shiny to me. We're going to add the spice mixture. I'm going to stir that up. It's looking familiar now, so I think we're on the right track. See that? That looks pretty good. Just going to add some of the black pepper. Stir that in too. A little bit of salt. I'm going to put all this good stuff back in there. Stir it once. Mix it up and then don't stir it again until we serve it. Okay, let's take that hot water off the heat. We're going to need that in a second. This guy has been roasting in the pan, 285 degrees for an hour and a half. Pour half cup, oh, it smells amazing, of hot water over the meat. And we're going to cover this guy up with aluminum foil. So we're going to turn the oven up to 365. Trying to sound tough, then I burn myself. Put it on for an hour. Back in. I'll see you in an hour. Alright, let's check our rice in the meantime. Okay, rice. That looks pretty good. So the last touch is to take a clean towel. Trust me, I just pulled it out of the laundry. I'm going to put that over that. This is a clever tip that I hadn't heard of before, and that's to keep the condensation from the top of the lid from dripping back down in there. So, I'm going to set that aside for 10 minutes. Now the last thing we're going to do here, kind of a fancy dessert, we're going to make compote. Don't have all the same fruits, so what we're going to do, we're going to fudge it. We're going to put some figs in there, dried figs, some medjool dates that I just chopped in half, and then some more of those dried cranberries. We're just going to put all of that right into this almost boiling water. I'm going to let those boil and steep in there until they're tender. You know, just for the heck of it, just a little bit. I think these are sweet enough, but I'm going to put a little bit of some local wildflower honey. And the recipe calls for cloves, but again, I don't have them, so I'm going to use something kind of similar. Some pumpkin spice mix, just a dash, not too much. Okay, compote looks good. Let's set that off to the side to cool off. Here we go. Continuity be damned. We're about 3.5, 4 hours later. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, it's looking pretty good. Let's do the fork test. Oh, look at that. Et voila. There it is, everybody. Try a little bit of that lamb right now. Delicious. Let's try some rice. Spectacular. This little compote. Let's try it. Amazing. Alright, everybody. That is as Turkish as it gets. For an American, anyway. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.